How you all feel? I'm playing some worship today. Yes, Katisa. Yes, we are. Just a little bit. There's a song that just says, "You keep getting better." And what I like is the part it just says, "You are good. You are good." It's a simple song. If you don't know it, you'll learn it real quick. And you can just sing this little part with me. You are good. In the morning I'll sing, you are good. In the evening I'll sing, you are good. You are good to me. That's the main part. You can sing that wherever you are. Come on, all over the world, sing it with me. You are good. You are good. In the morning I'll sing, you are good. In the evening I'll sing, you are good. You are good to me. And there's just a verse that just says, you have always been faithful. You have always been kind. You're consistent through the ages. You're a friend of mine. So I'll remind my soul to bless you, standing firm upon your truth, knowing you cannot be shaken, for I've seen what you can do. Let's sing that part. You are good. You are good. In the morning I'll sing, you are good. In the evening I'll sing, you are good. You are good to me. Sing it one more time. One more time. You are good. Say, you are good. In the morning I'll sing, you are good. In the evening I'll sing, you are good. You are good to me. And there's just a little bit that just says this. I want you to declare it to your Lord. It just says, you keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. Say that with me, come on. You keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. Say it again. You keep on. You keep on getting better. You keep on getting better. Oh, keep on getting better. Keep on getting better. Chorus one more time. You are good. In the morning I'll sing, you are good. In the evening I'll sing, you are good. You are good to me. Come on, clap your hands wherever you are. Give God a praise. I hope you all are having a phenomenal Sunday. Welcome to Weekly Wisdom. I just have a couple verses to share with you today. First, in Ephesians, the 5th chapter and the 14th verse. The New Living Translation says, "For the light makes everything visible. This is why it is said, 'Awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, and Christ will give you light.'" Awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, and Christ will give you light. Awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, and Christ will give you light. I posted just a little while ago, a couple hours ago, a thought that was on my mind when I woke up this morning, and I thought that it may be useful for some others, just to encourage you to wake up and live. Wake up and live. Despite everything that you may be facing, despite challenges, despite the pain that you may be feeling in your body, despite the pain that you may be feeling even in your emotions and in your soul, the decision that you have the opportunity to make today is a decision to take the air that you are inhaling into your lungs and to use this opportunity for life to simply live. Use life to simply live. Wake up and live. So many times we begin to be stuck in a phase of missing out on everything that's happening around us because of our frustrations, because of our inadequacies, our feelings about ourselves, our feelings about what we have, and seeing our lack more than we see our abundance, even though the truth of the matter is that at all times we have both. We live and operate as human beings in a constant state of lack and abundance. There's some things that we don't have enough of to us, from our eyes, from our perspective, and there's some things that we have more than enough of. But the fact of the matter is that what happens is that the attention that we tend to give is a deficit thinking model where we look at what we don't have and therein ignore all of the abundance, beauty, amazingness, opportunity, love, peace, all of these things that we have been equipped with, that we have been gifted with, and that we do actually hold in our hands. So the scripture implores us, wake up. You've been sleeping. You're missing out on existence. You've been missing out on enjoying what you do have access to. It says, awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead. Stop living in the realm of death. Stop living in the realm of negativity. Stop living in the realm of what you don't have. And instead, it says, when you do that, when you wake up, when you wake up from that unconsciousness, from that missing out, then what's going to happen is Christ will give you light. What does that light do? That light begins to be a tool that allows you to better see the reality of what is all around you. But you can't see that as long as you are living in this state of consciousness that only focuses on what's not there. And even in a sense chooses to miss out on what is there. Another scripture right along these same lines that I wanted to share with you today is from the Old Testament, from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, in verse 9. And this is a wise verse, I tell you. It says, enjoy what you have rather than desiring what you don't have. Just dreaming about nice things is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Whew. That scripture speaks for itself, so I'm going to read it one more time. Ecclesiastes 6 and 9. Enjoy what you have rather than desiring what you don't have. Just dreaming about nice things is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Don't be so focused on what isn't that you miss out on what is. Don't be so focused on what you don't have that you can't appreciate and enjoy what you do have. Some of us aren't enjoying life because we haven't learned the art, the gift of contentment. We haven't learned how to appreciate just how blessed we are. I know everything isn't exactly how you want it to be. I know that you can't do everything that you want to do when you want to do it at the time you want to do it, because there are ramifications and even because there are restrictions and limitations around us. But I'm here to tell you what this scripture says. Enjoy what you have rather than desiring what you don't have. My wife Camille often tells people the grass on the other side isn't always greener, but what you need to do is you need to water your own grass. And I'm here to tell somebody today, water your grass. I know your relationship isn't the 100% perfect way that you envisioned it. I know that your job can get on your nerves. I know that there are situations in your finances and in your health. I recognize that. I'm not trying to minimize the fact that we do absolutely go through some challenging seasons, times, events, and situations. But what I'm encouraging you today is water your own grass. Appreciate what you do have, because if you lose what you do have, then you'll be crying about what you had and now it has slipped through your fingers. It's not as bad as you may feel. It's not as bad as you sometimes wake up and believe it to be. So I'm encouraging you to wake up and live, but not just that. Enjoy what you have. Enjoy your opportunity at life. Enjoy the blessings that are surrounding you. Enjoy the people that have been planted and placed in your life. Even if they get on your nerves sometimes, they're yours. That's your grass right there. Water your grass. Enjoy what you have rather than desiring what you don't have. Just dreaming about nice things is meaningless, like chasing the wind. We're running out of energy chasing after something that you can't really even hold, chasing after the wind, chasing after an idea, chasing after a notion. Even though we have a reality, we're looking for something that is not a reality. We're chasing an idea and ignoring our reality. So, awake up, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, and Christ will give you light. He'll begin to allow you to see what is actually in your possession, what's actually tangibly in your reach. But not just that, enjoy what you have. I'm imploring you, I'm begging you, I'm asking you, I'm challenging you. Enjoy what you have. Appreciate what you have rather than desiring what you don't have. Just dreaming about nice things is meaningless, like chasing the wind. The last little passage of scripture that I want to share with you today is a familiar well, at least one of these verses is very familiar, and the two leading up to it, contextual verses, are somewhat familiar to many but often overlooked. Philippians 4. We know Philippians 4 and 13, but we're going to read verses 11, 12, and 13. Philippians 4, 11 through 13. The Apostle Paul is speaking, and he says, "Not that I was ever in need, for I have learned how to be content with whatever I have. I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I have learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength." And I just want to encourage you today. Some of us aren't enjoying the beauty of our lives, the wonderful things that we have been allowed to be stewards of, the wonderful things that we are connected to and that are connected to us. We aren't enjoying much of life because we haven't learned this Paul's secret that he gives us in Philippians 4, 11, and 12, and 13. We have not learned how to be content. How to be content. Contentment allows you to truly enjoy your life. I'm not saying settle. I'm not saying not to grow. I'm not saying not to develop. I'm not saying even not to go after more and to try to position yourself to have everything and to be everything that God has called you to have and be. But what I am saying is, while you're on this journey, learn how to wisely develop contentment and to appreciate what you do have, not only appreciating what you don't have. Many times we shower praise on what we don't have. Oh my goodness, we look at somebody else's relationship and we're like, that's great, I want that. But we don't realize that what we have may look different, but it's just right for us. Oh my goodness, what God has blessed you with is perfect for you. That dropped on me real heavy. What God has blessed you with is perfect with you. And so those three sets of scripture, Ephesians 5 and 14, wake up, O sleeper, become conscious, rise up from the dead, and Christ will give you light. That light will allow you to see those things that are around you. Ecclesiastes 6 and 9 says, enjoy what you have rather than desiring what you don't have. Just dreaming about nice things is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to stop in this recap, but some of you are winded. Oh, have you ever tried to exercise and you couldn't do everything you wanted to do because you found out you were short of breath, you were winded, you weren't in shape? I want you to begin to get in shape appreciating what you have. Get in shape by watering your grass. And then lastly, Philippians 4, 11 through 13, not that I was ever in need, for I have learned how to be content, how to be content with whatever I have. I know how to live on almost nothing or with everything. I have learned the secret of living in every situation, whether it is with a full stomach or empty, with plenty or little. For I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. I want that to be your encouragement this week. I want you to refocus your mind, refocus your emotions around these truths. It's not as bad as it sometimes feels. You have some great things in your reach. Water your grass, develop what you have, appreciate what you have, and position and posture yourself for what God has blessed you with to sprout, to grow, to be healthy, to flourish in this season. All right. Thank you all. Have a phenomenal week. God bless you, and go with this encouragement.